Hey everyone, welcome back to Dinner with Grief. Today we're going to be talking about surviving the holidays while coping with loss. Now, this past weekend was Father's Day, and throughout the years of my dad being gone, I've sort of come up with new traditions and forgot the old traditions. And holidays are usually very difficult. I tell people they're not difficult, and sometimes they're the easier days because I'm so ready for impact of how emotionally difficult and draining the day will be. But honestly, the holidays are very tough because it's always in the back of your mind that what you don't have and what you're missing and how things used to be. And some crucial advice that helped me get through the holidays and survive these major milestones that others seem to be remembering and embracing and celebrating around you. First, I stopped drinking. I don't drink at all anymore, and drinking on these days in particular were a bad decision because it sort of helps the emotions in you to get sped up, and it sort of fights your demons, and drinking doesn't really help benefit anyone in these situations. So one word of advice would be to go realize when you go out, and if you go out and you have a glass or two, to be aware that something might hit you and your mind might travel on its own, and it's going to hurt, and then it's going to make you rely on that as a crutch more. And if you can break yourself of that crutch, you'll be setting yourself up for a healthier and more sound and peaceful Remembrance Day, such as Father's Day or Mother's Day or Christmas. And another tool I've used to help me cope is I also realized that sitting around and being depressed and thinking about the world not working in my favor or blaming someone else for my loss and being alone this day never really worked. And also trying to go out and celebrate and remember them. It worked for the first few years of losing them, but it wasn't something I could maintain. And now I sort of come up with my own traditions, and I sit and I eat decadent food. On Father's Day I ordered a juicy cheeseburger and fries, and it was fantastic. Just because it was something that I don't always do for myself, so it was nice to go out there and spoil myself in that way. And sort of eat the comfort foods that gave me something to remember him by, because I remember eating decadent cheeseburgers with him, and there was a nice little way to make my new Father's Day traditions work for me. And the biggest one of all is to know that it's in my face every day, and every day I think that if the tables were turned and it was my parents who lost me, I wouldn't want them to be frozen and standing still in life. I would want them to go out and live their life and not have them be down and emotionally sad every day when something comes up and strikes them in a way that gives them a moment of unexpected grief. I would want them to go out and celebrate the life and remember with joy of the times we had and still the lessons learned from my passing. And speaking of comfort food, today I'm doing the ultimate comfort food, my favorite, for dinner. It's the salami provolone sandwich with potato chips on it, my little own personal touch. It's a comfort food my mom used to make for me back in the day growing up, and it's stuck too, and I absolutely love it. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you all next week. Until then, take care.